Hope you're having a nice day.
Hi guys, we're here with a mini team vlog today to celebrate the fact that Lisa Comfort's new fabric range, Wildflower, is now available on the Sew Over It website. A few of us wanted an excuse to sew up some of our own personal favourite patterns, and we thought we'd show you what we've made. So the new Wildflower range comes in 4 different colourways, so we've each chosen our favourite colourway to sew up, which worked quite well because there were no arguments. Nicole has chosen the silver, but what is your top, Nicole?
So I made the Aarhus blouse by How to Do Fashion, they're a Danish company. This is my 4th version of this blouse, I think, and I love making it in crepe. I made a rayon one, which is a nightmare to press, so just went with crepe. And as soon as I saw this fabric, I was like, yep, that's perfect for one. And yeah, it's just really lovely blouse. It's like exactly my style, so definitely gonna get somewhere out of it. It's not necessarily a pattern I'd recommend for beginners. It has a side zip, which are always a little bit tricky. It actually has like a peplum, which I took in, and that's cut on the bias as well, so that's quite prone to stretching, but a lot of the pattern is cut on slightly awkward grain lines like the sleeve, and it kind of rounds up over your arm. And it is a little bit restrictive, so keep an eye on that if you do have maybe bigger arms, and you have to make sleeve adjustments. I find it a little bit restrictive if I'm like doing something kind of out of my normal range of motion. And the instructions aren't amazing. I don't know, maybe if the translated version for English isn't as great, but it does assume some kind of knowledge of sewing, and parts of it I found there were things missing, or I wanted to do them in a different order, so I did. But yeah, just something to keep an eye on if you're not 100% confident with sewing instructions. Give them a good few read-throughs, and trust your judgment as well, because I think that definitely helped me when I was making it.
Were there any tips for working with the fabric?
For this pattern in particular, I definitely recommend a walking foot. You have to do quite a narrow hem on the actual hem, and the hem of the sleeves as well, and the seam allowance is only a centimetre, so it is a bit fiddly if you're not used to using a slightly smaller seam allowance. I did get a bit of a bubble here because I just kind of whacked it through the machine without a walking foot. So yeah, I swapped to a walking foot after that, and it went a lot better. But yeah, I really love the fabric. I wear a lot of pink and a lot of green, so I can kind of match my hand knit cardigans with the top.
It fits perfectly with your trousers.
Yeah,
it feels like you've had it for a long time.
Yeah, I feel like I'll wear it quite a lot.
So Lydia's used the black colourway of Wildflower. And what have you made, Lydia?
I've made the Leah dress from issue 2 of Lisa Comfort's magazine because it's a really classic pattern, and I thought it would show off the print really well.
Nice. Have you made the Leah before?
Yes, I made the Leah in a red, the Swiss dot cotton that we had in a few months ago, and I wore it all of last summer. It's such a great pattern.
That's nice. And did you have to do any fit changes with the pattern?
I don't think that, not fit changes. I lengthened the sleeves by about 4 centimetres or so, just because I prefer a bit more arm coverage, and I think that will work well in this great English weather that we have in that odd period between spring and summer.
Yeah, perfect. What was the fabric like to work with? Was there any tips?
I don't know about tips, but I'm still fairly new to working with crepe and drapey fabrics. The one for our last vlog was the very first dress that I made with crepe at all, but this was really easy to sew up with.
Excellent. It's worked out really well.
Yeah, I'm pleased with it.
So the eagle-eyed among you might have noticed that the blue colourway wasn't originally released when Lisa released the fabric on her own website, but now to celebrate it moving over to the Sew Over It website, she's got this extra colourway that's coming too in this gorgeous navy. What have you made in the blue?
I have made the In the Folds Collins top, which is this lovely, like you can't really tell, but it's got loads of like nice panels, really swishy in this fabric. Yeah, really pleased with it. It's the second one I've ever made. So.
Now Alex, I've noticed that you haven't hemmed your top. Is that a special design feature?
It isn't. I haven't hemmed it yet because I'm thinking about shortening it. I made another one and made it quite a bit more cropped, and so I'm trying to decide whether to make it a little bit shorter or keep it the length that it is. This fabric really, like, I'm not having any trouble with fraying, so
no, you can see.
I could technically leave it like this for a little while, but yeah, I'm gonna try and make up my mind soon, and and then finish it. This is the
this is your
version
other one.
that I made, which I made in a viscose linen, and you can see it's quite a bit more cropped. And this is like a favourite top that I wear for summer, so I thought I'd have a go in a different fabric and see how it came out.
Yeah, it works really nice with the really kind of swishy vibe to the crepe. And is that the original length from the pattern?
This is the original length from the pattern, and for me, you can see it's got like a high-low hem, so it comes down quite a bit at the back. It's not really my style, so that's why I crop my other one so much. But it works a lot better in this fabric, I think, because it just like swishes down the body instead of standing out. Don't feel so tenty.
So we don't actually usually see you in florals much in the office.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a floral person, but yeah, when I saw that Lisa was designing this fabric, I thought, I know it's a floral, but there's quite like a geometric thing going on. It's not like overtly floral. I think as a non-floral person, I can totally get away with it.
Exactly, especially when you mix it up with a style that's so kind of geometric.
Yeah. It's not a kind of, there's no frills on it or anything, and I think that would really ham up the femininity if that's what you were kind of wanting. But yeah, if you keep to quite a kind of structured garment, I think it works really well.
Rosie, what have you made?
So I've made the Simplicity 8608 jumpsuit, which I've made a couple of times before. And I chose the burgundy colourway of the fabric because, as most people here know, I almost wear exclusively burgundy. I think the crepe works quite well for this style of jumpsuit because you've got the swishiness, but also it's actually like, it's heavy enough so, you know, you don't feel exposed on the bottom half. And it's still, enough to have a bit of volume in the sleeves. So I think it's a nice fabric because it'll work for kind of tops, dresses and trousers as well.
Did you make any changes to the pattern?
I did. I made one important change because I think if anyone wants to make this, they need to know that the way the jumpsuit is sewn up, there's no fastenings at all, and going to the toilet is near on impossible. So I had exactly, it's always tricky in a jumpsuit. But I popped a side zip in one version. That didn't help much. But this version, I've cut the back in 2 pieces and left a little gap, which makes it a lot easier to get out of. So less design feature. Exactly.
The sleeve pattern looks rather familiar.
It is, although the this pattern comes with a sort of fluted sleeve, it's got quite a lot of volume, and I didn't really want to add more volume than I needed. So I've actually borrowed this sleeve from the Eve pattern. It's my favourite sleeve in the whole world, and it fits perfectly onto the pattern with no alterations, so that was very handy as a quick hack. I also quite like noticing with us two stood together how the colours on the burgundy version are a little bit more muted, and on the black on Lydia's they're really bright and punchy, so I think you get 2 quite different effects from the fabrics. And we were saying as well that I think especially with Lydia's you could go proper dressed up. Heels
I've
on.
already worn it with heels and a denim jacket, and it looks great. You can dress it down, dress it up. It's really nice pattern to work with the fabric.
So that's what we've made with our wildflower crepes, but now obviously we want to see what you can make. The crepes are now online on the Sew Over It website. You can also still buy them from lisacomfort.com if you want to. We won't judge either way. You can find them in our new in section or in the crepe or drapey fabric section.